Let's do story time again. We've been watching Boots on Netflix, which is amazing. You should watch it. It's based on Greg Cope White's memoir, who's a friend of mine. And it's brought up a lot of boot camp memories for me. So here's one that doesn't make anyone look good. Not at all. The first few days of boot camp, they usher you all around, doing medical tests, paperwork, and all this other stuff to make sure that you're a suitable candidate and that you have all of the paperwork settled in case you die. So on one of these days, they're marching our full company across the regiment, doing that whole thing. And some company commander just comes screaming across the field, shouting, Diffenderfer! They loved saying my last name, let me tell you. This guy, who I'd never met before, pulls me out of the company, marches me by myself all the way across the regiment, which is not fun. Just me and one grown adult man screaming at me as I marched by myself. He was making fun of my name and all that standard stuff, and then he just deposited me in a room in medical and left. And then they left me there for like 2 hours. That's a really weird feeling at boot camp, being alone for an extended period of time after what felt like forever. A doctor finally comes in, the Coast Guard doctor at least. He's wearing a Coast Guard uniform. He closes the door and I could just tell he was exhausted. He was over it. This man was done. He just looked at me and took a deep breath and goes, "Do you have AIDS?" I'm just across from him like, "What?" "No, I don't have AIDS. I don't have AIDS." He just nods and goes, "Yeah, I know." He proceeds to explain the yeoman, one of the paperwork people in the Coast Guard, was helping to go through a bunch of medical records for intake and stuff, and they stumbled across mine. And going through mine, they found a page that was an STD test. Took one of those after college, because, wanted to know if I was clean. Spoiler alert, I was. But yeoman sees this page, which at the top of it in big bold letters says AIDS. Oh no! He panicked. I guess he didn't read anything else that was on the page. And he sounded the alarm. He said, there's a recruit at Coast Guard boot camp with AIDS. He alerted everyone. It went all the way up the chain of the command. It hit the commandant's desk, who's like the guy in charge of the Coast Guard. Most people don't know that. According to this doctor, at least, it reached the desk of the president that there was a recruit at Coast Guard boot camp with AIDS. The president at the time was Trump. So if he was correct, Trump was told that Diffenderfer has AIDS at boot camp, which is just really funny to me that President Trump knew me for at least a couple seconds. It's Coasty with AIDS. Imagine him trying to pronounce Diffenderfer. Anyway, the doctor's like, I'm gonna go put out some fires. You hang tight here. And he left me in the room for like another hour. Eventually, I just got deposited with the rest of my company, which was at medical already. And they didn't tell me not to tell anyone, so I told everyone. And I'm telling you now. You know this now. Spread the word. Trump thought I had AIDS, but I don't. Okay, bye.